Last couple questions, I got to wrap this up. My husband quit his job to be a full-time musician. I want to be supportive, but I didn't sign up for this struggle life. Can I tell him to man up and get a job? Well, first of all, was this discussed before he did it? You know, was this something that you knew, or is this something you all talked about before he did it? Because if not, definitely that's out of order. You know. Now you saying my husband quit his job to be a full-time musician. I want to be supportive, but I didn't sign up for this struggle life. Like I say, was this talked about? Was it discussed? And for anyone to do that, even man or woman, but especially man, but for anyone to do that without discussion and without planning, that is reckless. You know, it's reckless. It's selfish. It's also immature. Because you don't do things like that without it being discussed, and even if we agree upon it, without planning it. Because to not do that, it is reckless. Okay? One of the things I've been teaching for over 20 years, and one of the basic things men and women need support, obviously, but women must have security. But the thing about that, the security comes before the support. We need support, yeah, but the women need security. You know, but the security has got to come first for the support, because you can't support something you don't feel secure about. Okay, so you know, this is just really good basic wisdom. See, you don't never leave something until you have somewhere to go. You know, you don't leave, how can I put it, a guaranteed check for a wishing well. You don't do that. See, changing jobs or careers is something that you plan. You know, it's called smooth transition. You don't just do that. My brother or my sister, you don't do that. It's planning, and we discuss it. And if we don't agree on it, you don't do it. See, and I tell this with people all the time. If you want to do your own thing, don't get married. You can be selfish all day long, single. You can write a book on it, single and selfish. You can be. But when you're married, that's over with. Because somebody else's life is dependent on you now. And that goes both ways. So now I'm not coming down hard on you, but this sounds like she's saying, I want to be supportive, but I didn't sign up for this struggle life. Obviously, you're seeing some struggle in that. And then you have to always keep this in mind. See, a woman, you don't ever want to sow that seed of distrust. The man don't want to do that, or a woman feeling taken advantage of. Now, I don't know if you're working, perhaps you are. That's really a no-no. Because if he up and did it, I can do that because, you know, you got the money. You can hold us over until my career get going. That ain't in your Bible if you're a Christian. That is not even good plain wisdom if you're an unbeliever. So you don't do that. You don't just up and do that. That should, I don't know if it's been discussed or whatever. I'm only going off of the question. But you know, that's something to discuss. We agree on it, just like anything else. You don't just up and say, we moving. We talk about it. And then we plan. so it can be smooth. All right? So, make it right, my brother.